Hi there everyone. This is a video in regard to these three. The Nekojishi free cat plushes that were available on Pawprint Press. Well, all three of them have now been sold out. And the reason why I'm addressing this was because some idiot wanted to point an offer to buy my personal Nicolau plush some time ago. Because it's been sold out for a while. Well, soon after that, Lin Hu sold out, and just recently, Yon Shu-chi here has also been sold out, Leather Cat. So, yeah. So at the moment, at the moment, at the time of this recording, you can't get any of these at the moment from Pawprint Press, but that's not to say that they're not going to do them again. Because obviously there's still a bit of interest in Nekojishi. The creators, Studio Klondike, are currently developing an RPG sequel to Nekojishi, which they're even going to have available for the Nintendo Switch as well as the PC. So obviously there's still going to be some interest in these characters. However, how long it's going to take for them to put these back into production, I don't know. But the thing is, when they do, I've noticed something that they've started doing just this year, and this is where a bit of an issue will arise in regards to the more production of these particular plushes. They are, as far as plushes are concerned, what they're doing now is that they're taking pre-orders. This obviously brings up a major problem. If the pre-orders don't meet up with their expectations, say if they only get about, say 60% out of 100 of necessary pre-orders they need to properly reproduce these, then they may not do them. Or perhaps what they might do instead is, or if the pre-orders come to about, say, 90%, maybe they might subsidize that with something else from their earnings or whatever, just to make up the last 10%, or under if it's like between 90 and 100%. So maybe if it's around that percentage, then if it's about that percentage, then that should be fine. They should be able to hopefully come up with that amount of money somewhere, you know, the last 10% or under. You know, if it's, even if it's just 2%, I'm pretty sure they can easily make up the last 2% in that regard. But if it's more under that, like I said, 60%, 70%, 80%, something like that, probably what they might do is they would very likely they would have a date set for when the plushes are supposed to be in production, or when the pre-orders are going to be sent out. So if that was the case, they'll probably delay the plushes being sent out, but they'll extend the deadline. Like, instead of being, like, say the end of April, it'll be the end of May instead, you know, or something like that. They would extend the time so that people, or so they can get more pre-orders in and people have more time to get those pre-orders in as well. So, you know, in that regard, that would make sense. Yeah. That was it. The other thing is obviously options, which might be able to help out with these three. Obviously, they might take pre-orders for each one of these three individually, but they might also have an option for you to pre-order all three. And that may also help toward knowing how many they need to produce, since I think that's most likely what's going on here, is that they are they're calculating how much money it would take to produce these, because these are very fine quality plushes, but obviously it costs money to make them. So obviously they need to have the pre-orders in before they can, you know, successfully manufacture these, or they know that they'll get the money back in return, because otherwise, you know, they're operating on a loss, and no company wants to do that. So yeah, I've noticed the whole pre-order thing with a new plushie that they released quite recently, but that's automatically been sold out now that the pre-order period is over. I'm assuming they must have gotten the necessary number they needed to produce them and then just sent them out. And they've and they're doing it at the moment with another plushie from another VN. So yeah, that's likely what they're going to do now, is that instead of ordering them as they are, you have to pre-order them, and that's the only way of getting them. So when these three come up for pre-order, either all together or individually or whatever on Pawprint Press, if Studio Klondike is still with Pawprint Press, I'm pretty sure they are, because there are other bits of Nekojishi merchandise which is still available on there, and like I said, there is still a bit of an interest in the VN. And obviously, like Lepercat here, he'd been I think he only first became available last year, so I'm pretty sure that they will put these three back into production. But if they're only going to come up as pre-orders, you have to buy them as pre-order. Well, you have to pre-order them. That's not that, because there's no other way of doing it. As soon as the pre-order date is over, unless the pre-order amount is less than what they hoped, they probably will extend the deadline. However, if the deadline has been when the deadline comes, and if the target has been met, then they'll automatically produce these, and the plushie will automatically be relegated to being sold out. So you have to wait until they become ready for pre-order again. So yeah, I'm sorry to say that's the only way it seems to be getting these free plushies in the future. If these become available for pre-order on Pawprint Press, then you have to get them. You don't not necessarily as a set if you only want one or two or whatever, or just want one individually. But when the and I'm pretty sure they must have, like, one pre-order for each individual one, or pre-order for the whole set if you want. However, if it does come for pre-order, you have to select it, because otherwise there is no other way of getting them. So yeah. In the future, if you want these when they come up in pre-order, do it, because otherwise you won't be able to get them otherwise. It's just how Pawprint Press seems to operate these days. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to make myself clear that these are not for sale, so please do not ask me if they're for sale. I will block your comment and block you if you do that, because that really does make me feel uncomfortable, because these are mine. I paid good money for these. These are mine. If you find them cute, that's absolutely great. But like I said, if you want these yourself, wait until they come up for pre-order on Pawprint Press, and then pre-order them as they become available for pre-order. Otherwise, there's just no other way of getting them. As to when they'll become available for pre-order, again, I don't know. You're going to have to contact Pawprint Press themselves in regards to that, but hopefully it won't be too long. Like I said, they'll probably do all these free in a set as well as individually, but we'll just have to wait and see. It might probably be around the time, or hopefully they'll do it beforehand, but they'll probably might make these pre-orders available. Sorry, there was a message. I just wait to see what it was. But yeah, they completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. That was it. They probably will make these available around the release of the new Nekojishi game, the one I just mentioned that's in development. But hopefully they'll make them available before then. So yeah, I wanted to just make this video to make myself clear on where I am on the situation, and what Studio Klondike are apparently doing now in terms of plush production. So they're now relegating them to pre-orders only. So if you want plushies from not just Nekojishi, but from any of the VNs that they do, you have to pre-order them now. There's no other way of getting them. You have to pre-order, wait and hope that the production numbers have reached enough for them to produce the plushies by the end date when they say they're going to ship them out, and then just wait and see. Obviously, I'm guessing they'll let you know if things are delayed, or if the plush is, of course, being produced and it's on its way to you, because that's definitely what happened with one plush recently. But as for the other one, I'm not sure. I think that one's still taking pre-orders, and it's going to be sent out by the end of May or something. Not May, March. Sorry, yeah, we're in March now. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. And yeah, so yeah, I just wait to make myself clear on the situation. Sorry if I keep rambling and repeat myself. This is just recorded on the fly. But anyway, Thank you ever so much for listening, and hopefully you'll be able to get these plushies yourself if you really want to, once they become available. Like I said, keep in contact with Pawprint Press and hopefully they'll let you know. Thanks again for watching.